What are the most efficient ways to get rich in Trollge multiverse? The best things to do before the game updates. As you saw in the first video, Trollge multiverse has fairly long update cycles. So I started thinking about what the most efficient thing to do would be while waiting for those long updates. And then I came up with some great ideas. Now I'll explain the most efficient things you can do before the next update. Method number 1, try to obtain the most valuable characters currently available. There are many different characters in Trollge multiverse. However, most of the expensive ones are limited time characters. So, are there any characters that are always obtainable and still highly valuable? Of course there are. So, which characters are they? These are the ones I recommend, and I'll go over everything, including how difficult they are to obtain. The first character is Lord of Darkness. This character requires a complex process and multiple items to obtain, so I rated it as high difficulty. So, let's move on to the next character. This character is fairly difficult to obtain because it requires 35 metal items. However, since the process isn't complicated or difficult, I rated it as medium difficulty. You've made it this far. Be sure to subscribe and like, and let's move on to the next character. The reason I rated this method as difficult is that it doesn't require many materials and isn't very complicated. However, it can be difficult for beginners to obtain the Omniversal Cube and Omniversal Energy Cube. Even if they manage to summon the Trollge King and Nightmare bosses, defeating them is extremely difficult. Also, even if you manage to complete all the difficult steps, failing the RNG means you won't get anything, making all of your effort go to waste. I generally don't recommend this method. If you fail, it's extremely disappointing. I'll stop talking about this and move on to the next character. If Nightmare shards dropped more consistently from chests, I'd consider the difficulty to be fairly reasonable. Let's move on to the next one. In this video, we covered these 6 characters. They are all obtainable, meaning you can get them at any time. They are also considered to be quite valuable, so feel free to take your time and work toward unlocking them. Thank you so much for watching this long video. I put a lot of effort into making it, so if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing.